What up? What up, man? I like my glasses. Some Burberry things. Track Lacer has left the check. It's been quite a few years for that, but this is your boy Jay Sprue, movies, music, sports, and life. And we just watched something that lasted probably an hour and 45 minutes. Y'all know, for those of y'all who know me, shout out to all my black colleges. You see what it is. For all y'all that know me, I know I can be long winded. You know, I just reviewed the Shy the last episode. I was there for like 35 minutes. I'm not gonna do that because this is pretty straightforward. The LOX beat Dipset, and I chose Dipset. A lot of my people was clowning me because I chose Dipset. The LOX won clearly 12-7 out of 19 rounds. And trust me, when I say 12-7, it don't even feel that close. Let me see. 12-7. That's 19 rounds. It felt and looked like 16-3. And the main reason is it's a difference between rappers and MCs. And not so much styles, not so much Chic Luch. Jadakiss proved that when he said I'm top five dead or alive, and that's off one LP. You got that scratchy voice. He proved that he might be in terms of just. I told my homegirl, shout out to Vanessa, live down in DC. I told her Jadakiss sound like he took my homegirl Vanessa to a go-go club, danced with her, and then jogged back to DC. I mean, jogged back to New York City, and then got on stage. His lungs is made of vibranium, fam. Like he enunciates clear. He remembers every lyric, and he kept pointing out the fact that just like local rappers in Atlanta and back home in Milwaukee, that they perform with the track in the background, and a lot of times the audio quality sounds crappy. Because you're technically not supposed to do it. MC, you're supposed to know the words to your song, and Jadakiss just mastered that tonight. So let me get into the specifics, and I'm gonna try to. I'm already 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. I'm gonna try my best to keep this to 5 minutes and not be long winded, like your boy Jay Sprue. Movies, music, sports, and life can be. I still like my glasses, right? Burberry things. Um, they start out with "F You" from the 2000 album "We Are the Streets." Cam started out with "I'm Ready," and they didn't even do Camron's verse, and it was very lazy. That's easily LOX. Round two, banned from TV, which is smart because Jadakiss raps on that song before Cam. So I didn't want to give the LOX a point for Jadakiss to use a song that Camron is also on, but they countered that with crunk music. Are you serious? From Diplomatic Community Part 2? Fam, that was on Koch Records. Y'all wasn't even on a major label when Diplomatic Community Part 2 came out. Horrible decision. So LOX is up 2-0. So then they did track number three, the third round. Ninjas done started something featuring DMX. They counter with, "Are you going to taste it or not?" Camron featuring Lil Wayne. Uh, if they would have played DMX verse, I could probably, but the crowd seemed like they woke up for the Dipset when they did that. So 2-1. Dipset is finally on the board. Then the LOX came with Mighty Mighty People. And Dipset came back with Santana's Town. Santana's Town was a bigger record. Okay. So now we tied 2-2. We ain't finna be tied for too long. Fifth round. Jadakiss did the Who Shot Your freestyle. And the thing that's outstanding about Jadakiss, he's one of the only MCs that can do a freestyle when you remember the bars to it. Like it's not too many people that can do that, man. He remembered the bars, saying them clearly. And even though Dipset came back with "Get 'Em Girls" and "Leave Me Alone," it just didn't capture the energy of Jadakiss just taking them on by himself. So so now Dipset is up 3-2. Sixth round, Reservoir Dogs, one of the coldest posse cuts, whatever you want to call it. And then they also mixed in with Blood Pressure. I didn't like how the LOX started taking advantage of just doing extra songs. It got to the point they was doing 6 songs. But at any rate, Cam came back with 357 from Confessions of Fire, the Magnum PI beat, and then the rock. And I gave that to Cam because I think that once again the crowd kind of turned up a little bit and he balanced the commercial hit with kind of like an underground hit, and that was kind of bigger than Reservoir, especially when you consider that uh that was really just Jay-Z's song and the LOX was featured on it. You got to give a little bit of extra points when somebody does a song they featured on and they verse that versus your original material. Y'all feel me on that? All right, I know I'm over 5 minutes, but we'll keep it going. The peak of the attendance was 655,000, and New York City is the largest city in the United States, so it's still a little bit interesting that they can't beat Jeezy and Gucci Mane. But at any rate, round 9, Rough Riders did "Dope Money" from the Rough Riders album, and Cam did "Welcome to the City" featuring Jay-Z. He just didn't have the energy, man. He just didn't have the energy. "Dope Money" sounded colder on that stage. Round 10, "I'm from New York, New York." That really woke the crowd up. And they countered New York, New York, and Locked Up, Akon remix featuring Styles P. They countered that with Certified Gangsters, Jim Jones's remake of Boys in the Hood. That's not enough. That's not enough. So now the LOX is up 6-4. Round 11, a LOX freestyle, which I can't even begin to tell you where it came from. I can't really remember the lyrics. And Jim Jones did "We Fly High." That's a clear win for Dipset. So that was the LOX 6-5. Round 12, all about the Benjamins. And the Diplomats did the Dipset anthem. Uh, and everybody from Dipset that performed on that song seemed like they was out of breath. So even though the crowd was a little bit more into it, I gotta give a little points for just performance. Like they did all about the Benjamins, they did Dipset anthem, and it's like once again the song is playing and they huffing and puffing, they out of breath. So now that's 7-5 out of 12 rounds. The LOX did Wild Out, Out, all the way from the year 2000. We Are the Streets album. Camron comes back with Killer Cam, Killer Cam. That was one of the weakest songs on Coming Home. Come Home With Me. It's one of the weak. He could have performed Come Home With Me. Killer Cam. That's one of the weakest songs on that album. Dude, at this point, he could have been what means to you because money means world to me. I'm like the T, even one with the tough one, shotgun. You know, that was a banger. Or he could have did Down and Out or Oh Boy. You pull out Killer Cam. That's easy for the LOX. So now it's 7-5. Round 14. The LOX did Kiss Yo Behind Goodbye. Da 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 da. And Dipset comes back with a song called Salute from Jim Jones and a song called 848. We don't know neither one of those records. Are you serious, Jim Jones? Jim Jones, even um, you got a song called Reppin' Time. Or Extra Grind when it's Reppin' Time. Could have did that. All right, we almost done. I guess I'm gonna keep this under 15 minutes. Round 15. The LOX did Felony Figures, also from the album We Are the Streets. And Cam comes back with Oh Boy. No contest. So now the LOX are only up 9-6. But it's pretty much gonna become a landslide from here. LOX come back with Ride or Die Chick, Honey Remix, Family Affair with Mary J. Blige, and Knock Yourself Out, produced by Pharrell. And Dipset comes back with Summer with Miami, Jim Jones solo album. Once again, what kind of choice is that? Now, I don't like the fact that they did so many. They did like 6 songs right there. But if I just take Ride or Die Chick versus Summer with Miami, once again, you did the Whistle song with Joel Santana. Hey, hey, hey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could have did a Joel song with Lil Wayne. You know, round 17, I Get High. That was against Santana. And Joel's barely performed the record. Like, he the youngest one out of that crew, and he seemed like he had the least amount of energy. So easy to the left. So now we at 11-6. So 2 more left. They did All for the Love, which is a very popular street song from the first album. And Camron did Down and Out, produced by Kanye West. Gotta get that to Cam. So now the score is 11-7. And then the LOX do Money, Power, Respect. By your side, put your hands up, and we gonna make it. Cam thought he was gonna counter with a freestyle, a acapella freestyle, because he said Styles was sleeping on him. And he got booed. And he started laughing and realized that he's making horrible life decisions. And then he went into I Really Mean It, which is one of my favorite songs from the Diplomatic Community double CD. But dude, I Really Mean It isn't better than We Gon' Make It or Money, Power, and Respect. Once again, Cam was leaving songs on the table. Came back with. So, wrapping it up, the LOX win 12-7 out of 19 rounds. Trust me when I say it wasn't even that close. Y'all see that little y'all see that little red button that says subscribe? Make sure you do it.